it's your girl CJ. Part two. I just want to continue on this point about strong women and just about being human. Really, the Tamar situation, the stress that she was under. She was actually reaching out throughout those days, just when, just kind of putting things out there about where her mind was. And yes, you look, I think about her and how sometimes I can relate to her experience. I don't have the experiences, but I know stress and I know trying to keep up a good picture, of yourself. And when you're going through stuff and try to encourage people. And I think that's what she was trying to do. And it's hard for when you are an encourager. And I know it's something that God has given me, a gift of encouragement. And sometimes I don't like it. I don't like this mantle that he's given me. I don't like it. I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to encourage, but I can't help it because God has given, it's a God-given gift. It comes naturally. I've always been this way. And so my thing is just, hey, I'm just going to do it. So even if I'm imperfect, my makeup ain't on fleek, whatever, I still want to be able to bring some good information and just a spirit of encouragement to you right now. And vulnerability. What I've learned in my process, I'm going to call it my process of growth over these many, many years. I've been sincerely on my process of growth since 2009. And I've healed so much in my thing, but there's still some things that I struggle, some things, triggers, things that come up. And it's just you're going to continually be growing. And that's what we all want to do. Because if you're not growing, then you're dying. So I'm going to keep growing. I'm always working on myself. Constantly, spiritually, emotionally, my parenting, I just finished working on doing a leadership certification. I'm always doing something because I always want to be a better version of myself. But I do understand that sometimes I can, before I never would tell you my business. I was telling the other video about how we as strong women, sometimes we don't want to tell you that. But I know it's important. Somebody needs to hear this. And God keeps putting in my mind today. And yes, I love the Lord. Yes, he is the Lord of my life. I love you, Jesus, so very much. But in the same thing, I am a woman. I am a human. I'm not a spiritual being. But I am a human being that God created. And yes, we go through struggles. And yes, life can be hard. And that's when we need to one of the most important things I do is rely on God to help me get through it. But at the same time, I also need my sisters. I need my sisters to be there for me. And it's been something I've been praying for a very long time, for God to send me my gal. I've been wanting my gal, and I want to, that one movie, Tyler Perry movie that he made a few years back. That movie, I want those kind of women that, not Babysitters Club? Yeah, Babysitters Club, wasn't it? No. Well, it's a movie about these ladies, they were helping each other with their babysitting issue. Maybe it is a Babysitters Club. I don't know. Well, whatever. Keep moving. And I look at them, how they rallied around and helped that one lady. Her son was Gabrielle Union, her son was missing, and how they all came together. They were all strangers with different personalities, different backgrounds, different socioeconomic, backgrounds and all of that, but they all came together. And so I know, maybe I'm living in a fantasy, but I don't think so. I've heard, and so my prayer has always been, since that came out, is that I'm looking for people like that to be in my life, and I know God will bring them into my life one day. I'm still waiting. I'm 55 and I'm still waiting to have these true friends, or at least one or two. Anyway, we need to have people around us. And so we can be, I remember when I was going through back in 2013, I was really going through some deep healing process. In order to get to the healing, you got to go, part of the healing is the pain and all that kind of thing. Depression, just lack of motivation. I was really transitioning from being in a relationship that I had been in for a long time, and I was really just needing some support in that area. I'm not going to go deeper than that, but I remember there was a friend that I called on, and I remember during my process, I learned to reach out, and I did reach out. And I would share even on the videos here, ask people on my Facebook, please pray for me. I don't have a problem with that. I need prayer because, hey, prayer of the righteous avail much. Anyway, so and I remember talking to her, texting her, I think, can you please pray for me? And let's see, I think it was like a week or two. I was still, it was a process. I was in the beginning of the process so I was still dealing with a lot of withdrawal, a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, because I'm trying to separate, and a lot of pain and hurt. And I really needed her support, and she was my best friend at that time. And I remember, I think it was like a week or so in, and she was like, are you still depressed? Are you still going through it? Like, I'm supposed to be over it? When that happened, I shut down. I said, you know what? She is not the one. She's not the one for me. She didn't understand. She could be there temporarily, but she wasn't for the long term, for the long haul. Didn't understand the process, that you can't just get over that. I had to go through the process. It really took me like 90 days of just continually praying and work and getting into a group of people that were giving me support. I had to get my support from other sources. To say that, I had to get from other sources. People that understood, that were patient with me, that was loving, that was kind, understanding. So sometimes we got to find groups, recovery groups, things like that. They really work. And that is what brought me through that time. And on the other side of it, such a feeling of relief, but I still never had people that I could really share any of my stuff. Even like I said today, I said before, I'm still praying for those people. Come on, wherever you are, God, bring them in. Where you could really share your heart, but still I'm vulnerable because I have done the recovery work and done I'm continually recovering from just my childhood. Continually recovering from my childhood and all the things that happened during that time, and relationships. Oh goodness, Jesus help me, Lord. Those relationships as well. Woo, Lord help us. But anyway, so just being vulnerable, just learning to trust yourself is so important. How did I get to this place? Yes, I still have struggles because I'm imperfect. We're going through some things, I go through times, but I'm so grateful because I have that foundational recovery piece that helps me, that I've kind of gone through some things, some therapy, things like that, group therapy, if you want to say, situations as well, being with like-minded individuals. And that has helped a lot too. That has really strengthened me, learning tools and skills, and to help me to be able to look at it differently. Even when I find myself in dark places, eventually I come out. And I thank God for the blessing of resilience, being able to be resilient and come out of it. And so that's helped me too, knowing I have to always go back. What did I do? How did I get through that? Like reflecting, oh my God, I thought I was never going to get through that. And I did. So I keep, just some things that I do, journal. I look back at journal entries and things that I've done. That helps a lot too. Even if you don't have a friend, let's say you don't have those people, you can do those things as well. Also go to therapy. There's a hotline as well. You can go to as well. But I have been to that very point not to that point where Tamar went, but I wanted to. No joke. I wanted to. I had pills in my hand before. I've had ideas like, hey, just I'll just stand right here in the middle of the street. Or, hey, I see that window, but I never got to that place. And I'm so grateful that I did. And I really think it's my faith that helped a lot. But I'm not saying that I haven't gone through those dark times. I went through a time where I think I lost like 20 pounds in like a month or two. And I was like skin and bones. After my first separation, it just kind of happened and I couldn't even eat. It took me a long 3 months. It was 3 months, and I lost all this weight and didn't have any weight in the first place. So can you imagine? Wasn't that big, so I lost like 20 pounds. Oh my goodness. 15, I don't even know, probably 15 pounds because I wasn't even that heavy. But I, had to get some help with that. Did I get help? Nope. I just actually had a reality check and it helped that. But I was going to school and all this other stuff. So I was distracted with other things that were more positive in my life. But my point is that we can get through stuff. And sometimes even if we don't have those friends, let's say we don't have the people in our life right now that we can trust, because it takes time to build trust, but there's some things that we can still do. And that is, we have support groups, we can go to a therapist, we can find a coach, we can, different things. Look, find a pastor, find a mentor, someone that that has maybe struggled through some things. That always helps too. That helps me a lot when I know that somebody's kind of gone through some things and they've overcome it. And then that helps me, like, oh, okay, that's just me. It might not be you. But I love inspirational stories. I listen to podcasts, videos, motivational, where I see some people where they come from here to this low point and there they are now, and they share their journey, read books, love reading books about overcomers, because that has truly helped me. And I know that I'm just giving you some things that are on my mind, that as we go through this pandemic, as we go through all these things and just life period, just being human on this earth, there's some things that we can do, and that you're not alone. Somebody's gone through exactly what you've gone through, maybe felt exactly what you felt, and you just don't know it yet, or they can relate to it, these same feelings. So we can relate to those, they can relate to your experience. And that's really what we need, what I have found to be really encouraging as well, being with people that have a common story, they on common ground with you to help you, not someone that's like, I just went to school and I got an education and I'm a psychologist, but I've never gone through anything. It's kind of hard. Like, it's kind of, for me, that doesn't work for me. I need to know that you understand. I need to know that you can relate. I need to know you got empathy about, and when it comes to my situation, not that you got book knowledge, because book knowledge can only take you so far. You need to have, and yet your heart is concerned, that you have a heart for people, that you have a heart to serve, and that you have a heart to help people to overcome things. Not just, well, I'm going to go get this PhD, I'm going to go to college, and I'm just going to go do it because it's the right thing to do. It doesn't work for all of us. So I'm just saying. But anyway, that's what I have to say, rambling on today. And I pray that you guys will be encouraged. God loves you. He loves us. Even though we go through hard times, we still, we know that God is the ultimate. If you put your trust in him, and yes, you will go through some hard times as long as you're on this face of this earth. You will go through some things, but God can carry you through, along with some great friends and therapy, some books and things like that. And just being true to who you are, true to growth, and really having a heart and saying, you know what, I can't do this, being humble. I can't do this, I need help. I can't do this, I need help. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. I love you so much, but God loves you way more than I could possibly love you. And know that each and every one of you, yes, you watching this video, I see you, that you are worth far more than you were ever led to believe.